every time you bring your ass to the internet and start with me. You bring your ass to the internet and start with me. You need to go be whack. You need to go be whacking Nicki Minaj.
You know, Diddy came to me with the song, told JT let's get on this record. Like, I was still doing City Square shit. I was heavily involved in the group. I never thought I was bigger than the program.
Play with me. You know what I'm trying to say? So we just two different people. Like, JT is more reserved and serious. Like, she stay in her own bubble. She don't really like to go out. I like to go out. I'm more of like a people person. So I think, like, yeah, that's what it is. She just...
Wait, did Saucy Santana really just say this? Because you guys, it's been more than a year since the City Girls officially split. And now Santana's out here hinting that the real reason had nothing to do with music. Apparently, it all goes back to Diddy. According to what he's been saying online, JT was allegedly jealous of Young Miami's situation with him. And some people even think she tried to get close to him herself. And honestly, when you look at how things played out after the breakup, the theory starts making sense. Koresha's been thriving, doing her solo music, hosting Koresha Please, building her brand, while JT's been beefing online with everyone from Cardi B to Glorilla to Santana himself. And now that Santana's starting to speak up again, it sounds like he's ready to expose what really went down behind the scenes. He even slipped up and mentioned some kind of upcoming TV project that might cover everything, including Diddy's situation. Like, really? That's what he and Koresha are about to air out next? So yeah, it looks like the City Girls story isn't over. It's just getting messier. Now let's talk about how this whole thing even started falling apart. Because if you've been following the City Girls since the beginning, you already know it didn't happen overnight. Back in early 2024, the energy between JT and Young Miami started getting weird. Like, the chemistry that made them work as a duo just wasn't there anymore. And when they finally announced they were parting ways, Koresha tried to play it cool, saying they were just in two different spaces and that the music wasn't connecting anymore. Which, okay, sure, but you couldn't tell me that was the whole story. Because around that same time, both of them were throwing little jabs on social media. Nothing direct, but just shady enough to make everyone stop scrolling. JT would post something like, "Fake energy never wins," and a week later, Koresha would be like, "I'm too grown for sneak disses." Like, girl, we see it. And it didn't help that after the breakup, their careers went in completely opposite directions. Koresha became a full-on celebrity, talk show, brand deals, red carpets, dating one of the most talked about men in hip-hop, while JT was still trying to figure out her lane outside of the group.
So today's guest, we got the one and only Mr. Billionaire Dick, Diddy.
You call me Billionaire Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Yeah, the motherfucking one and only. What's up?
All right, come on. Let's talk about what it feels like to just walk up here and just shut the whole carpet down.
I mean, it feels great. You know, we out here giving that black excellence. This is Sean John's debut.
Wow.
First time I designed in 10 years, and, you know, we feeling good.
And that's when things started feeling off. Because it's one thing to go solo, but it's another thing when your partner suddenly becomes the it girl of the culture. You can feel the tension without them even saying it. And honestly, that's why Santana's comments hit so hard. Because if what he's saying is true, that the tension wasn't about business, it was about jealousy, it explains everything. Think about it. If JT really wanted what Koresha had, the fame, the attention, and yeah, maybe even Diddy, that would explain why she's been so defensive ever since the breakup. Now, I'm not saying that's confirmed, but when you look at the timeline, it adds up. Because right after Koresha went viral for her Koresha Please interviews, and Diddy was spoiling her like crazy, JT started getting into it with fans online, and even unfollowed Koresha at one point. That's not a coincidence.
Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers?
It's like the sisterhood ended, the second success stopped being shared. Now, if you thought the City Girls breakup was the end of the drama, yeah, not even close. Because the way things started unraveling after that, it felt like JT was fighting everyone at once. First it was Cardi B and her sister Hennessy, then Glorilla, then out of nowhere she turned on Saucy Santana, her own best friend, like it was giving burn every bridge and start fresh, except nothing fresh ever came.
JT whacking Cardi. She recently took to Twitter to say Cardi was UGLY and looked like the purge. I'm guessing JT woke up this morning and saw that Cardi B was on Spaces last night. She said Spaces is not the studio. Bodega Baddie my ASF, you chopped cheese. You guys are unaware she was referencing her diss track there. She did not stop there. She went on to say Ugly B has not been quiet since No Hook got leaked. That 304 rest. When is her honeymoon stage with her new BD? Like, go chill and look pretty. Wait, never mind. Just go chill, purge face.
And let's be real. Every time JT hops online, it's like something's about to go down. She'll post one screenshot, one emoji, and then right after that, chaos. One of the wildest moments was when she allegedly leaked a text from Santana where he shaded her relationship with Uzi, calling her aesthetic and saying Uzi basically made her relevant. And JT did not take that lightly. She fired back, calling him broke, fake, and everything in between. Then she went full scorched earth, talking about how Santana sold his career for hookups and how he had no business speaking on her man. It was messy, personal, and the worst part, it confirmed what fans had already started to notice, that all these old friendships were falling apart one by one. And through it all, Young Miami was quiet, which, if you've been watching her for years, says everything. Caresha never moves without intention, and her silence was loud, because the second she didn't jump in to defend JT, that's when everyone realized the friendship was done for good.
I never not came to JT defense, ever. She was arguing with Agent R, and I told Agent R, hey, bitch, meet me in Brooklyn. You know?
I remember that.
Like, I would never not come to her defense.
So after all that chaos online, the subtweets, the screenshots, the back and forth, Santana finally decided he'd had enough. And y'all, the way he spoke on it, it wasn't just shade, it was personal. He didn't name drop JT directly, but he didn't have to. Every line, every little if the shoe fits moment, you knew exactly who he was talking about. Santana basically hinted that JT had been switching up behind the scenes for a while, acting one way online and another way in private. But then he said something that really shook people, that all this drama might be deeper than what we've seen, and that it's not over yet. Apparently, Santana has been working on some kind of TV project. Yeah, a show that might expose the real story behind the City Girls breakup, and even touch on Diddy's ongoing mess.
As we got like older, yeah, I wasn't surprised because they just grew into women. So they started dating. Caresha was dating Puff at the time, JT was dating Uzi.
And to make it even crazier, he mentioned it twice in 2 different interviews, like he wanted people to catch it, which, if you know Santana, that's not an accident. He's strategic. He knows exactly what to say to get people talking. And this time, it worked. Because now everyone's asking, what's he planning to reveal? Is it about Young Miami's relationship with Diddy, or about what really went down between her and JT before they split? Either way, it's messy. Because if Santana actually spills what people think he will, it could change how everyone looks at both city girls forever. So now, with everything that's gone down, nobody's saying a word. And I mean nobody. JT's pretending like she's unbothered. Young Miami's posting her luxury soft life pics like she didn't just lose her day one partner. And Santana, he's moving around like he's holding a secret he's dying to spill, but waiting for the perfect moment to do it. And honestly, the quiet is louder than the drama ever was. And what's even crazier is that everyone's acting like nothing happened. But fans can feel that tension. JT's going on podcasts talking about outgrowing people, and Miami's out here talking about letting go of what no longer serves her. You don't even have to name drop. We know who y'all talking about. This isn't just about who said what on Twitter. It's about loyalty, who stayed real when the cameras turned off, and who switched up when fame got involved. And honestly, I think that's why everyone's being quiet. Because the minute one person speaks, everything comes out. The Diddy rumors, the jealousy, the group falling apart, all of it. I don't even think the City Girls story ended. It just paused. And now they're all trying to pretend it's business as usual while keeping their hands clean. But if what Santana's teasing is true, and he really does have something to say on camera, then this silence we're seeing right now, yeah, it's about to break. And when it does, let's just say, not everybody's gonna make it out looking innocent.